Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Hope you're doing really well. Welcome to my new sofa. It's velvet and I just keep stroking it like all the time. I love it so much. The lighting is a bit weird today. It was sunny just a minute ago, now it's gone quite dark, and I'm filming this in natural lighting. But also I think because it's quite a dark sofa, it's dark purple, it's called aubergine, and then also like there's not much sunlight really anymore. The background just looks really dark and I don't have any cushions yet to lighten it up. I've literally got like my pink blanket that I use and that's about it. But yes, hello. Hope you're all okay. I'm filming this on Bank Holiday Monday. I actually went on a date last night, my first date since like January I think, and that was quite nice. But I'm here with a coffee. This is my third coffee of the day and I wanted to film a Let's Chat video. Today I wanted to talk about bucket lists and stuff like that. So if you watched my Easter vlogs, there is one of them where I got a bit upset about just thinking about my life and like what do I want from life and blah blah blah. I'm very much at the moment, I'm 28, I very much feel like everyone's life is moving on and mine isn't. But I don't know what's going to make my life move on, if that makes sense. Like, I see everyone who I know settled down, having children, and I don't know if I want my own children. I mean, I do, but I can't, blah, blah, blah. And I feel like I'm conditioned in my head to think that that's your life moving on. I've had a family member say to me when my ex moved in that my life was finally looking up because I had a boyfriend moving in with me. And that's not how I perceive my life looking up. So why am I getting upset over things like this, basically? And I definitely wanted to think about how can I see my life moving on? What are the main goals I want from life? And maybe writing them down and aiming for them will help me feel better. So basically what I wanted to share with you is, one, I have this diary planner that my friend Emma bought for me for Christmas or my birthday. I don't know which one, they're on the same day. And in here, in the back here, is a 2021 bucket list. And when I got this planner, in January, I wrote down a list of things I wanted to achieve this year. Now I might keep adding to this, but I thought it would be quite good for me to read it out and show you what I wrote in January, and maybe I can come back at the end of the year and see whether I achieve those things. So there's that. Also, this is like my go-to notebook at the moment, and in here I wrote things that I want to achieve in my life. Now this is quite like a brief thing, but I've split things up like short-term things, my future life, things for myself, experiences, travel, my job and education, things like that. And so I thought that I might read that out as well to show you the kind of things that I'm thinking. And if you've got any ideas, especially if you're people who watch my channel and know me, there might be some things that I've missed that you think, that would be a good thing to add on there. I would also love to create a vision board, and maybe I'll do a video on like creating a vision board, and I want it to be like my screensaver on my laptop. And then on this piece of paper, one of my friends at work told me, I don't know, about a week ago, that there was a pink supermoon, and she googled it and it was all about renewal and change. And me and two girls at work, we created a list of changes that we want to happen to our life, and then I also wrote down some mantras at the end, and I wrote them all down, and I was like, this is going to be the change because of the pink supermoon. I sprayed it with with a lavender spray, and I put it on my windowsill so that the pink supermoon could like shine its energies onto my piece of paper and create these changes for me. And I just feel like I feel different, and I think it's probably just in my head, but still I needed a change, and so this was a good excuse to make some changes. So I wanted to read that out for you as well. So I've got like 3 different kind of things that I just wanted to share with you. So if you're interested, keep on watching. I will start with the 2021 bucket list because that was the first thing I did. Here are the things that I want to achieve for this year. 1 is that by the end of the year, I want to have some savings as a buffer in my bank account. I live to my means, and I'm sure a lot of us do. I live though payslip to payslip, and I don't see myself in this job being in a position where I don't do that, but I would love to. If something happened to my car right now, I probably wouldn't be able to afford to do anything to it, anything big anyway, and I definitely wouldn't be able to afford to go and buy a little car, another one, a replacement, and I would love to just have some money that I can get my service and MOT done and just take it out of that. At the moment, my service and my MOT gets done in December, and Christmas is in December. So my like October, November and December pay slips, all the spare money I have goes towards those things, which is fair enough, like I can do it, but I would like to just already have that money like saved up. Another thing on my bucket list is that I want to host a little evening in my flat with my friends. I mean, I've got like multiple people in mind. I've got like my friends, then I've got my work friends, and then I've got my cousin and my cousin's girlfriend. But I want to do something in this flat because I never have anyone round. My mum was saying that she's like stepped foot in here like 3 times, and I've lived here for 3.5 years. Because I didn't feel very good about this flat, I didn't want anyone round. So I'm starting to make changes, and I want to feel good about this flat and having people round, and I think that would be nice. And also on the bucket list is that I want to invite my mum round for dinner. So there we go. I also wrote that this year I want to have decided on a master's or future education or my future career. I feel like I've kind of done that now because I've got the degree coming up starting in September. I'm doing a degree in social work. I'm very, very excited. Another one I've written down here is that by the end of the year I want to have redecorated my bedroom. And what I mean by that is that I wanted to have painted walls, I think, and just have prints up and shelves on the wall and things like that. I also have written down that I want to make a vision board. Well, I'm definitely going to do that. And I also want to get a tattoo, and I know what tattoo I want to get, and I know where I want to get it. I'm not going to say where yet, but I want to get sprigs of lavender. I think that's like my top choice at the moment. I love lavender. I put lavender spray on my pillow every night. I love the smell of lavender. It helps me feel relaxed, helps me feel calm. I love it. So I think I want to get that. I also wrote down that I want to redecorate my lounge. We will see if that happens this year. I've also written, buy a bloody white dressing table already. In my bedroom, my furniture is basically all white IKEA furniture, and then my bed is a grey divan bed. Except I have a dressing table that I used to live in a flat that my aunt owned because it was above her pub, if that makes sense. And there was a pine dressing table. She said to me that I could take it with me when I moved here, as long as when I got a replacement I then gave it back to her. I haven't got a replacement, and I want a white IKEA dressing table. I know exactly what I want. I just haven't got it yet, but I really want to get that done because then everything will match and that'll make me feel a lot better. And then the last thing I put on this bucket list was to create a new work-related Instagram account. There are a lot of things I'm interested in, and I think that maybe having a separate account would be good, to just share like mental health stuff, fostering stuff. I repost a few bits. The other day I reposted something about cortisol, which is the stress hormone. And you know, sometimes you think the people who follow me aren't really probably interested in stuff like this, but it would also be good. Like I went on training recently and started following the people who run the training, and I love their Instagram account, and they follow me back. And you know, when you're like you probably don't want to be following me because I just talk about dates, I try on outfits, and stuff, and you know, that's probably not the place for you. But if I had a separate work-related Instagram, then it would make sense. So that's what I'm thinking. And I also think I've deleted my Twitter and then created a new one. And I think I might have 2 Twitters as well, because one I could follow all the social work stuff and all that kind of stuff, and then the other one I could follow like stuff that other stuff that I'm interested in, like pop culture and that. So I think I want to do that this year. But that is everything that I wrote down in my 2021 bucket list. We will see at the end of the year whether I get all this done. And now we have the stuff that I wrote in this notebook. So this isn't just stuff for this year, this is just like all sorts. But I want to like write it out. I want to have this somewhere, you know, and I want to write it out properly and almost like tick things. I don't know, but these are things that I want to achieve. So short term, I've written get a tattoo, which hopefully I'll get done this year. I also wrote travel somewhere alone, and I feel like this will be a really big thing for me. I get very anxious about travel. I have been on a holiday and we've been robbed. I've also been on a holiday where my friend got killed, and it's made me really, really scared. I then went to, I think like 7 years after Rob, was it 7 or 8 years after? I went to Las Vegas with my dad, and that was my first holiday in like 7 or 8 years. And that went really, really well. And I was on the phone to my friend talking about how I'm scared to travel and stuff like that, and I don't want to be, but then also feel like I have no one to travel with because everyone's settled down and everyone has their own families. And she was like, where would you go if you could go? And I said, well, Ireland seems like a really cool place. And she was like, go to Ireland then. She said, why don't you just go by yourself, go to Ireland or go to Wales for the weekend, because I'd love to do things like that, just like little city breaks. And you know, when you're like, good point, like I don't need anyone to go with me, I don't need a man to go with me at all, like I can go by myself. And I think I'd feel more comfortable going to somewhere in the UK at first and seeing how it goes. Also, like money comes into it. I don't know how much that kind of stuff would be, but short term I'd love to travel somewhere alone, and I'm thinking Ireland. I'm also thinking driving up to Wales and spending the weekend in Cardiff or something. I think that would be fun. But yeah, another thing I've put down that I want to do is get a psychic reading, or like get my tarot cards read or my palms read or something like that. I think that would be interesting. I'm not really sure how much I believe in all that stuff, but I like the idea of it, and I like the idea of crystals and things like that. I like I think that if something makes you feel better, then why not? And I'd love to just go get someone to like tell me about my future, and yeah, I think getting tarot cards read would be really cool. So that's something I want to do in the short term. Then I've got another section that I've written about helping people. One thing I want to do is to, through the Make-A-Wish charity foundation, I want to pay for a child's wish, or like you can sponsor a wish. I think that would be quite cool. Rather than just like donating money to them, you can find people's wishes and you can just pay for them. Like a specific one. I think that would be really cool. So I'd love to do that at some point. I'd also like to pay it forward somewhere. So you know how some places, like you can go buy a coffee and then you can buy a second coffee, you pay it forward. So someone who comes in who can't afford it, I know some cafes have like people who are homeless or something come in and they go, has anyone paid it forward today, and they get a free coffee. But also it could just be like a random act of kindness, like the next person comes in and they're like, hi, can I have a medium cappuccino? And the person's like, cool, well someone's paid it forward for you so you don't have to pay anything. Like that would be a nice little thing. So I'd like to do that. And then also I'd like to volunteer or fundraise for a charity. I have volunteered before, but it was when I was, I think when I came home from uni, I did it for a summer or something. I've done things like that. But I'd like to help fundraise or volunteer again if I had time. I think that would be a nice thing to do. Then I've written down my future life. Things I want to achieve. So I definitely want to foster. I definitely want to own a home and have a mortgage. I want to host Christmas one year. I think that would be amazing. So we'll see. And then also I really want to own a dog. So we'll see if that happens. But that's my future life. Things that I want to own. I want to own, this is like such a small thing, but still like writing it down is like good, right? And then when we achieve these, then that will make me feel good. I want to own a proper coffee machine. I want to have coffee beans and a grinder, and they grind, and then I tamp them out, and then I have a thing that I slot the thing in, and I have all these different buttons of different shots that can come out. I want that. I want a little milk frother as well. Not like an Aeroccino one from Nespresso. I want a little spout, and then I can control how frothy I'm making my milk, and I can velvetize it and things like that. I miss that so much. I used to work in Costa and I actually just loved working in Costa, to be fair, and I loved being on coffee, and I was fast at it, and I miss practicing flat white shapes and designs, and I just really want to try it. And every time I'm in Sainsbury's and I'm looking at all the non-dairy milks and I see the oat barista milk, I'm like, mate, I'm gonna buy you one day and I'm gonna make a really good coffee with you. So I do really want one of those, but I know they can be like hundreds of pounds, but I do really want one. And another thing is that I want to buy a car outright. At the moment I have a car that my dad paid for and I'm paying him back a very small amount at a time. I don't like the idea of finance. That might be something I go down in the future, but I would love to go to a place and just buy a car. I would love that. A girl can dream, hey? Something I've written down like for me is that I'd love to get regular counselling. Sometimes I feel like I need it, sometimes I feel like I don't really need it. However, I think it's always helpful. It's someone to talk to, and they don't just listen to you, they analyse the things you're saying and the thoughts you're saying, and then they soak it all in, and then they repeat everything in such a more solidified way and such a better understanding of you. And I feel like that's so important, and I just feel like it's so helpful. Then I've got experiences. One, I want to jump into the sea. I have not been to the beach in years and years and years. I went obviously as a child. I had an issue in my late teenage years with my feet. That's now all fine now. But then I was just too self-conscious, and I'm not that self-conscious anymore about my body. Like, I want to go on the beach, but then again I feel like I've got no one to go to the beach with because everyone has their own lives and their own families and stuff, and I just really want to go to a bloody beach. So I'm gonna go to the beach and I'm gonna get in the sea. I don't know when, but I will do it. Another thing I want to do is go to a nudist beach, because why not? And if everyone else there is naked, I want to get naked too. That's something I want to do. Another thing I want to do is go skinny dipping. So maybe I can go to the nudist beach, get naked, jump in the sea while naked, which then is my skinny dipping, so I can do all three in one. Who knows, but I really want to do that. Another experience I want is, there is someone I really, really want to meet, and that is Carrie Hope Fletcher. So I'm manifesting that I will meet Carrie Hope Fletcher one day. She is a musical actress, musical theatre actress. I saw her in Heathers the musical. I'm booked to see her in Cinderella the musical. And one day I will meet her. When I went to Heathers, I went to stage door. She wasn't there, fair enough. Maybe she'll be there at Cinderella, I don't know, but I really, really, really want to meet her because I just love her. Okay, another thing is travel. So one thing I've wanted to do for years and years and years is go to New York in December. I just feel like that will feel so magical, and I'd love to go like shopping, and just imagine like Christmas shopping in New York. I think it would be insane, so I would love to do that. I've written Ireland down again. I think I've got a real big thing about Ireland at the moment. I really want to take my sister Maisie to Disneyland Paris. I have wanted to do this for years and years and years. I just felt like I can't, like, you know, but I really want to take her, especially before she gets too old. And I know you can never be too old for Disney, but I feel like there's probably a phase in your life when you're trying to be cool and probably Disney isn't really cool, and then you become an adult and then you like it again. So I really want to take her there, and then I also really want to go to Disney World again as an adult. I have a cousin who's really into Disney, and she's going with her husband and her dad. And I would love to go with just no kids, where you can just go get drunk in the bars and stuff, but also you're at Disney and you can do, I want to like be in a position where I can do all the shopping that I want, you know? I would love to do that. And then job/education, so get another degree or train in a specific career. So hopefully I finish this degree that I'm starting in September. I also want to like give a presentation, and I've given training to people where obviously I've had like a PowerPoint presentation behind me, and I've given training, and I've done that online as well. But I mean, like, I don't know, I want to, not like TED Talks, but I don't know, I want to give a big presentation on something where people actually come to listen to me. I don't know, or maybe like be a guest speaker somewhere. I think that would be really cool. And then also another thing I want to do is deliver training that I have actually created, where I've come up with the idea and I deliver it. I think that would be really cool. At the moment I deliver training in Lego based therapy and other things that I can't remember, Team Teach, things like that, but they're other people's things, aren't they? Whereas I want to create my own thing and deliver that training. So that's everything I've written down so far. This was like, I did this one evening, so I haven't actually gone back to it and added any more things. I haven't really thought about it more, but I think, you know, I want this to be a working document, and I want to come up with ideas, and I want to keep adding to this list, and I want to just bloody achieve it. So there's that. Then we have the piece of paper from the pink supermoon. I feel like, I don't know whether people are going to find this really, really silly, but hey, I needed a change. These are the changes that I wanted, and I wrote a list, and me and my work friends we all wrote lists, and these are the things that I wanted to change specifically from that night. So I wrote them as like I am and I will statements. So the changes that I wanted from when the pink supermoon came out was, one, that I will have my confidence back, and you know what guys, it's getting back. I'm feeling a lot better in myself, which is good. Another one, I will realise my self-worth, and again I feel like that's coming back, so that's good. I'm going to be ready to date. I'm going to date again, and guess what, I did go on a date last night, so yes. And I'm feeling like I'm getting ready to like get back in the game. Part of me, when I was on this date, I was like, oh my gosh, am I really ready for like all the kind of stuff? But you know what? I think the main thing that's holding me back is my flat at the moment, but I'm going to sort my flat out, I'm going to get there, and I'm going to be ready to date. Then I said this, are you ready? I will look for someone wholesome who I can be serious about, settle down with, and be happy with. I am bored of wasting my time on men who just want to get you into bed and that's it. I feel like some men are just such creeps, and even a man who can come across really, really nice still just wants to get you into bed, and it's not happening. I'm going to turn the brightness up. I'm just honestly so bored of it. There are men who the first message they will send you will be about your body or what you're doing tonight or something like that. Ugh. Do you really think I'm gonna, ugh. And then there have been times as well though where I've been speaking to someone and I've you know, been looking for, I've been like, oh, I can have a bit of fun with you or whatever. And especially like in the last, obviously we've had COVID and stuff, but I've been very much like open to just seeing someone quite, you know, casually or whatever and that kind of thing. At the moment, I think, you know what, I want to meet someone really good. I want to meet someone who is worth me investing my time in, and I'm ready for it. Like, I'm ready to just meet someone I can be serious about. So we will see, but I wrote that down. I also wrote that I will banish negative energies from my family, work and men in general. I feel like in my family there can be quite a lot of negative energy. At work as well, work has been stressful recently, and I felt like all I was doing with my work friends was bitching. I felt like I was always moaning about someone or something that I had to do. And then that was just bringing me down even more, and you know what, I'm done with that. So there's that. And then also men, like any men who just want to get their thing into me, just go away. Like literally everyone just go away. I will make plans for my life. I feel like I've started to do that. I will be done with feeling inadequate. Like I'm done with feeling inadequate. I'm just, at the moment I feel like I have found it really hard to find anyone who likes me or understands me for me or whatever, like likes me enough. But the men who seem eager to do that, to get to know me, I then am like, no, I'm not really interested in them. Like I cancelled 2 dates the other weekend. Was it last weekend? I think it was. I just cancelled them because I just didn't want them. And I think maybe I'm like self-sabotaging. I will love myself. Simple, isn't it, right? I will love myself, and I need to get better at that. Oh. And then I also wrote down another change is that someone else will love me. I can just feel it. I am just, my energy is changing, and I am going to meet someone who I can be serious with, and they're going to feel the same about me. And I just want someone at the moment, we're going to work as a team, we're going to grow together, and I can just feel it, like it's going to happen. So keep your eyes peeled, it's going to happen, amazing. And then I also wrote myself some mantras to like repeat, so I just thought I'd share them with you. They are, I am good enough, I am loved, I am worthy. That's probably my main one. I'm worthy. I'm beautiful. I attract good people. Positive energy surrounds me, and my life is on track. That's another big one. I am worthy and my life is on track. Like probably the theme of my life at the moment. That's what I need to like keep reminding myself and keep doing and keep aiming towards. So yeah, that's what I wrote down. I'm going to keep that piece of paper because I feel like I was so thankful to my friend for telling me about the pink supermoon, because mate, life is changing. So yeah, I feel like I'm not totally in a good place at the moment, like as in where I am and stuff, but inside me, like I feel like I'm in a much better place, and I'm ready for things, and there's going to be a lot of change in me, I think, and like the way I'm feeling and my energy and how I attend certain situations, and who I even bother to message back, and who I just ignore, tell them where to go, and who I invest my time in and what I invest my time in. But yeah, I just wanted to share that with you because I feel like my life at the moment has been me making lists about things I want to change and things I want to achieve and things I want to do, and I wanted to share them with you, and we will see how it goes. But yeah, let me know please down below if you're someone who does stuff like this as well. If you've got a vision board, let me know what's on it, because I really want to make one, and I think I'll do a video on it. But yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it or found it interesting at all, and I will see you in a few days in my next one. Bye.